And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, iRacing Superspeedway. We're live for the Count 200, the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series of the Iron Thunder Racing League, live right here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Car's going to go out for their lap of record. We'll take a look at the 5 car. That'll be Matt Cherry on the Speedway. We can look at a few other drivers as well, as David Jedlicka will join us out on the Speedway for his lap of record. And we'll get you those times as they come across. Alex Little on his lap right now. The Menominee, Wisconsin driver. And that's 16. Chevrolet Camaro. Feud is definitely going to have a few to watch. And one of those out on the Speedway right now, the 89 of Matt Quick. That car's actually going to come to a stop. See the 47 machine out of Greenville, South Carolina, with a 47 of Dustin Franklin. Franklin out on the Speedway. First one across the board, David Jedlicka. Now Sam Green jumps to the top of the board. Ryan Wertman will jump up there. A 1.0052 for Wertman. Patterson second, Quick at a 1.0054. Here comes Dave Matson chiming in. Having a little bit of connection issues. Apologize. Saw your Trestonot Kloosterhoos to the top of the board. Wow, a lot happening here. We trying to get the coverage of them. Trestonot third, Quick as he comes to a slow. Brendan the King Kloosterhoos. Corey Deal jumps up to the top of the board. 1.00.44. John Garrett, third, Quick now. Matt Jorgensen, fourth, Quick. Justin White in that 28, fifth, Quick. Matthew Kemp will bring his 45 machine to a slow grind as he qualified in the 28th position at 101.75. Trying to keep an eye out. Looks like Corey Deal, Kloosterhoos, Garrett. Raymond Rittenauer on the Speedway. Finishes up his qualifying effort, 11th, Quick, and a 1.0054. Josh Ball will take that 88 machine. He'll move into the second spot with a 1.0045. 1.0045. And that's going to wrap up qualifying. We appreciate you joining us here on a Tuesday night. The car's now going to start the grid. And we'll walk you through the grid. stages tonight. Going to be 20 and 40. Well, starting on row number 1 to the inside, we'll find the 56 machine. It'll be Corey Deal. To the outside will be the 88 of Josh Ball. Row number 2, the 89 of Matt Quick. To the outside will be the 25 of Brendan the King Kolusterhuis. Row number 3, to the inside, we'll find John Garrett. To the outside will be the 46 of Matt Jorgensen. Row number 4, we'll find to the inside the 28 of Justin White. To the outside of Macomb, Mississippi's own Trestonot in the 15. Row number 5, Sean Bounty. To the inside, to his outside, the 74, Brian Wertman. Row number 6, Florida native of Storm Patterson. To the inside, in the 6th car, to the outside will be Raymond Rittenauer. Row number 7, Dave Matson. To the inside, to the outside will be Sam Green. Row 8, Matthew Klusterhuis. To the inside, to the outside will be the 9 of Adam Schroen. Row number 9, Alex Little. To the inside, to the outside will be David Jedlicka in the 24 car. Row 10, we'll find Matthew Welsenbach. To the inside, League Commissioner Sawyer Ott in that 35 will start outside of row number 10. Row 11, the 19 of Donald Sadesky will start to the inside. To the outside will be George Belfons Jr. in the 94. Row number 12, the 7 of Aaron Carpenteri, a former champion of the Iron Thunder Racing League. To the outside will be the 12 of Paul Smith. Row 13 will find Zachary Kreiser, the 47 Greenville, South Carolina native of Dustin Franklin. Row 14, the 27 of Manon Gregory. To his outside will be the 5 of Matt Cherry. Row number 15, to the inside will be the 29 car. That'll be Elaine Hughes. To the outside, the 90 of Kyle Hall. Row 16, Matthew Kemp in the 45. To the outside of him, in the 32nd position, we'll find the 33 of Josh Cully. Row 17, Roger Debo. To the inside in his 38 machine. To the outside will be the 43 of Kelvin Mosier. Row 18, the 57 of Nathan Shiflett will start to the inside. Brendan Papatat to the outside. Row 19 will be Daniel Half of the 32 machine. To the outside will be JT Lauderdale. And that'll wrap up the qualifying grid, as we'll have to take an extra lap around this bad fast iRacing Superspeedway. And we have got a good one on our hands tonight for the next 10 cars. Field now double file behind that iRacing.com official pace car. And we're getting set to do battle here. 67 laps. Gonna come at you from iRacing Superspeedway. This is the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series of the Iron Thunder Racing League, and we appreciate you for taking your time out to join us here on a beautiful Tuesday night. We'll take a look there at that 56-degree deodorant Toyota of Corey Deal. On board now with Corey Deal in that 56 car. Alrighty, off of turn number 4 we go. Down through Trioval here. Pace car off to the safety of pit road. Excuse me, the Trioval here. iRacing Superspeedway is green to count 200. Appreciate Dylan Hale for sponsoring tonight's action here on the Iron Thunder Racing League footwear screen, putting your premier sponsor of the Premier Series. And these guys will get these cars wound up. A lot of racing room around the speedway here tonight. Corey Deal, your leader out front all by his lonesome. As we get moving, already got one car. Looks like the 228 of Justin White maybe going to step out to the back of this pack as second lane starting to move up there. There goes Josh Ball, your new leader. Big, wide racing grooves. And already a caution on the speedway. Caution out. See if we can get what looks like possibly Lane Hughes involved. We'll try to get the replay for you, but it's not showing up on our replay here. See the damage on the 29 car. But she got down on the apron. Papatat got into her. 33 and the 17 getting together. We're going to take a quick moment and we'll step aside, adjust the camera angle. We'll be right back here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Currently under caution here, iRacing Superspeedway. Account 200. Be coming back green here momentarily after our first caution of the night. lights now have been extinguished on iRacing.com official pace car. We should be coming back to the green this time by 66 of John Garrett. Going to start outside of row number 1. Your leader Josh Ball has led 3 laps so far tonight. Pace car going to duck off to the safety of pit road. Lap 4 of 67 complete. Josh Ball will jump back up on the hammer. Here we go. See if we can click off some laps here. Word from the tower, restart is officially under review. '88 of Josh Ball continues to lead. Out in front of the CA Cattle Company 15 car. That'll be Tristan on the Speedway. David Jedlicka's already up 13 spots. Donald Sadusky up 16 spots now. They ride 5th and 6th on the Speedway. Second lane led by the 89 of Matt Quick making a charge on the outside. John Garrett tried to follow him down to the bottom of the speedway. Could not quite do it. We got one car. It's like Dave Max in the 09. Stuck down there on the bottom. He had to file back a little bit. Now Max will take that Navy machine as he rides to the 11th spot. He'll be on the bottom side of the speedway. Oh, look out. Dave Matson already back down on that apron. And these cars so low to the ground, the apron will get these cars upset tremendously on the handling on this racetrack. Well, look out. New leader to the front of the field. Goes John Garrett in that 66. He'll bring along with him the 19 of Uncle Don, Donald Sadusky. They go right to the front. Good look at the 66 of Garrett. As they foul their way down the back straightaway here. 7 laps on the board, 67 make up the distance. Oh, look out. Got him wrecking back there. Sam Green going to be involved. Here comes a replay. It looks like it may have started around the 24 car of David Jedlicka. See if we can get that on the screen. Oh, Roger Debo up on the lid. Right back to the front of this one. Need to get a little... missing data. Nine of 67 complete. John Garrett, Donald Sadusky 1 and 2. Matt Quick, Josh Ball, tressing out the top 5. Garrett has led 3 laps. Count 200. Ten-lap shootout to the stage. Alrighty, here we go. Getting ready to come back to the green flag. Pace car off. John Garrett gonna mash the loud pedal. Green flag is out. And caution number 2 out of the way here. John Garrett goes right to the top side of the speedway, up in front of that 19 is Sadusky. Well, 19 is Sadusky all over the back end. of that 88. 19 of Sadusky going to have that 88 of Josh Ball stuck out front there. He'll lead on that top side, and then Sadusky will go back to the bottom. He'll jump up in front of that 66 car at 46 of Jorgensen. Big time connection issues on that machine as Donald Sadusky will lead them across the stripe here. JT Lauderdale trying to slip back here until he can get that connection issue stabilized, as he'll try to move back toward the back of the field here to avoid calamity in front of everybody else. Matt Quick has got a big push from the 88 of Josh Ball. Oh, look out, 19 to Sadusky. Oh, we got a couple of them up. The 19 of Sadusky. Like the 19 of Sadusky got down on the apron. '56 Corey Deal up into the 6. And our connection issues. Sadusky down pit road. Damage to that car. 16 of Alex Little damage. Quick, your leader. Josh Ball riding in that second spot. He's led 5 laps tonight. Started in the second position. $14.67 in the books. These cars so finicky, especially when it comes to that apron. A look at Justin White and the Grinds Coffee Passage 28 machine. David Jedlicka in that 24 car. '35 of Sawyer Ott. 89 of Matt Quick to the outside of 88 of Josh Ball. Alrighty, pace car gonna dip off. Here we go. 89 of Matt Quick gonna bring him across the stripe. 48 of Brandon Papatat, that second car in line on the bottom of the speedway. In the 48 car. Papatat jumps up to the top side with the help of the 94, George Belfons Jr. 6 Storm Patterson makes his way back on the speedway. 89 of Matt Quick dropping like a rock. And for the first time tonight, we'll see Papatat back at the front of an Ironton Racing League field. George Belfons Jr. right in that second spot. Third are going to be the bounty hunter of Sean Bounty in that 34 car. 88 Red Bull Ford Mustang will be Josh Ball. As he rides in that 4 spot, John Garrett going to round out your top 5. Running the field there, starting to string out just a little bit. Papatat led his first lap here tonight. Down the back straightaway they roll as they ride right now. Papatat, George Belfons Jr., Sean Bounty, Josh Ball, trusting out your top 5. It'll be Matt Quick, Corey Deal, Adam Schrone, John Garrett, and Kyle Hall round out the top 10 cars on the speedway. Sean Bounty makes a move on the leader. 88 of Josh Ball going to follow him through. They'll both drop down. That'll leave the 15 of Tresonant, the 89 of Matt Quick out there on the outside. Apologize for some of the camera angles here tonight. Not the best here at iRacing Superspeedway. Oh, look out, Tresonant. I'm going to hang on to it and stay pointed in the right direction. And here comes Papatat, George Belfons Jr. They go back to the outside. Corey Deal going to jump up there and join them. They going to charge 3 cars strong on the outside. As they try to move past the 34, Sean Bounty, they will. 56 of Corey Deal now. He'll have to look help from the 89 of Matt Quick. The 90 car, Kyle Hall up in the mix, and here we go, wrecking Brendan Kloosterhoos. Kloosterhoos involved. We'll check the replay. See what happened to the 25 of Kloosterhoos. Like he was working underneath the 7 of Aaron Carpenteri. Maybe another view will tell a better story. Oh, looks like netcode. 7 of Carpenteri involved. Oh, the 38 of Roger Debo looks like he got another short end of the stick. Oh, Nathan Shiflett in that 57. Oh, a tough shot there for the 6 of Storm Patterson. He about had Nathan Shiflett missed, and he did. But up into that outside retaining wall he went. And the caution back out once again here at iRacing Superspeedway. And I think that's going to wrap up stage number 1. There's Brendan Papatat, George Belfons Jr., Sean Bounty, Corey Deal, Josh Ball, Matt Quick, Kyle Hall, Adam Strome, Matthew Kloosterhoos, Tresonant at top 10. And here they come, leaders coming down pit road. led by the 48 Fort Worth screen printing machine of Brendan Papatat. A stage win for the Fort Worth screen printing machine of Brendan Papatat. He'll stop in the box there. A lot of action on pit lane. A lot of action on pit road. Donald Sadusky staying out. Corey Deal. Corey Deal going to win the race off of pit road. Like maybe 2-tire stop for Corey Deal. A 7.5 second in the box. George Belfons Jr. rolls out there in the third, scored in the third spot. 7.4 seconds in the box. We'll double check those numbers. Make sure they are correct. Lap 20 of check the replay on the 09 of Dave Matson. Coming out of pit road. Oh yeah, looks like that one well vested. Too many boxes on pit exit. The 09 of Dave Matson and the count got him. Lights out. Here we go. We're going to get ready to come back green here just in a moment. Stage number 1 in the books. Donald Sadusky has led 3 laps tonight. And if you're tuned in tonight, let us know where you're watching from and who you're pulling for. A Tuesday Night Thunder on the air. Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. And if you have screen printing, promotional products, signs, banners, you have any of that type of need, go check them out at Fort Worth Screen Printing. Let them know you heard about them on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. And tell them you appreciate their support of the Iron Thunder Racing League. An aggressive move down to the bottom by the pace car. And Donald Sadusky about ready to smash on that loud pedal. He will. We are back green. '19 is Sadusky going to lead him off at turn number 1. Word from the tower, restart under review. Look out, 19 at Donald Sadusky. Drive through penalty, not maintaining speed. Did not maintain pace speed. So he'll have a drive through penalty for the 19 of Sadusky. George Belfons Jr. will jump up to the outside as the 19 of Sadusky will come down pit road. Your leader, George Belfons Jr. Pace speed 90 miles an hour. The margin is plus or minus 5 miles an hour. The 19 of Sadusky rolled up to 100 miles an hour before actually jumping on that loud pedal. And Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series, it is a plus or minus 5 miles an hour over the pace speed once that pace car leaves the racetrack. The leader is the control car. Once the pace car is off of the speedway, and they are bound to plus or minus 5 is their grace. Once the field is under their control in the restart zone. So tough break there for Donald Sadusky. He'll serve his pass through penalty. And George Belfons Jr. now out in front of the field as we see Sadusky as the field quickly closing in on the back deck lid of that machine as they work their way down the back straightaway. George Belfons Jr., Corey Deal, the 88 of Josh Ball. Top 3, right in that 4 spot is the 34 car of Sean Bounty. The old bounty hunter. The 66 of John Garrett at 48 of Brandon Papatat. They're making a third lane up there work with just 2 cars. Excuse me, I apologize for that. Papatat and that 66 of Garrett. Garrett got a lot of damage on the front end of that machine. Bounty and Ball trying to make it work on that second lane. George Belfons Jr. has led 3 laps, but here is leading this one, the 88 car of Josh Ball. And he'll take Sean Bounty right down to the bottom lane. Ball has led 6 laps tonight. We'll see what that top speed is down the back straightaway. Brendan Papatat, John Garrett, his top speed for the night, 199. We've seen the 66 of Garrett reach 199 miles an hour. George Belfons Jr. Caution on the speedway. Looks like it might have been involved JT Lauderdale. See what happens to him as he entered turn number 3. Down on the apron. .30 laps complete. 67 making up the distance here tonight. Leader George Belfons Jr. in that 94 car of Belfons Racing Machine. And he's led 5 laps here tonight. 21 spot since the drop of the green flag. Corey Deal rides in that second spot. It'll be Kyle Hall third, Josh Ball fourth. Sean Bounty rounds out the top 5. Here we go. Pace car out of here. We're coming back to the green flag. Belfon smashes the loud pedal. Corey Deal strong on it outside. He'll actually pull ahead of your leader as they dive off of the turn number 1 here. He'll drop down in front of the 94, George Belfons Jr. Corey Deal back to the top spot. George Belfons Jr. worked the back deck lid of that 56 Toyota Camry. The 90 of Kyle Hall. Third car in line on the bottom. Josh Ball. And the 42 of Matt Kalusterhuis. Trying to get something worked on the outside lane. They'll have help for the 66 of John Garrett. Reload texture problem. Everybody's starting to come back in now. '94 George Belfons Jr. Corey Deal working at the front of the field here. Old Deal blinking out. Couple of cars still textures not reloaded. There we go. Sean Bounty trying to make a move on that outside. George Belfons Jr. look out. Close to that apron, upsetting that race car. deal. Still having a little bit of connection issues. Sean Bounty will go back to the front. Sean Bounty, your leader. He's led 2 laps tonight. His lowest was the 28th position. It started tonight's action qualifying in the 9th position, excuse me. On a 15-lap run here for our leaders since the last time they visited the pit road, and the yellow flag comes out. Brendan Pampatat. Oh, look out. 57 of Nathan Shiflett. So Pampatat may have started this one behind the 90 of Kyle Hall, and that car just gets away from him. Manning Gregory gets involved. Nathan Shiflett, looks like a 15 of Tressenot trying to get through there. Sawyer Ott takes out his brother on the bottom of the speedway trying to avoid. So that car just snapped to the left. Sixth caution of the night. Sean Bounty, Josh Ball, Corey Deal, George Belfons Jr., Matthew Kaluster, who's your top 5. Lights out. It's going to be a green, white, and then caution to end the stage. Bounty Ball, Belfons Jr., Corey Deal, JT Lauderdale. Top 5 riding cars right now. As we get the pace car out of here. Get them out of the way. Pit road is closed. And we are back green. Sean Bounty will get the big jump. He'll drop down in front of the 88 of Josh Ball. Here comes George Belfons Jr. on that outside. He'll have Corey Deal, JT Lauderdale, with him the 9 of Adam Schrone up there as well. Lauderdale going to jump down to the bottom. He'll pull up to the back neck lid of that 88 of Josh Ball. Belfons and Corey Deal trying to make something happen on the outside. Down the back straightaway here, iRacing Superspeedway. Oh, Kyle Hall, the 28. Oh, they're all but wrecking. The caution's out. Of Paul Smith involved. Justin White got that car upset. And then happening in front of them, they kept it straight. For one quick second. one to green. Green flag back out. Sam Green, your leader. Zach Kreiser, John Garrett, Donald Sadusky. Sadusky has found his way back up to the front of the field. And we're down to 25 laps remaining. Stage number 2 ended back in the last caution. We're on to stage 3. Zachary Kreiser leading with help from the 19, the Sadusky. 21 Sam Green, third car in line at the bottom, and 34 Sean Bounty. That car falling back, trouble with the 32 of Dan Half. He slips, loses a spot. The 90 car of Kyle Hall. He'll move into that second car in line on the top. Taco Bell Ford Mustang out in front of this field. Zachary Kreiser leads his first lap of the night. These guys gaining track position via staying out under that last caution flag. 88 of Josh Ball now go to the front. Oh, look out. 21 is Sam Green. It's the 39 of Kreiser, and we got the 28 around the 5. Oh, Corey Deal getting a shot. Looks like it might have started with Justin White in the 28 car. Oh, no, excuse me. It was the 35 of Sawyer Ott. First car we saw go spinning. They're checking up on that bottom lane. I believe that's our 7th caution of the night. Lights out here. 21 laps remain. Your leader, the 90 car, Kyle Hall to the inside, to the outside of me, Josh Ball. Up 33 spots is Dan Half. He'll be inside on number 2, outside of me, Brendan the King Kaloosterhoos. Sam Green has found his way back to the front of this field. He'll be inside row number 3 to the outside. Will be the 9 of Adam Schroen. Green, 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 green. We're back green. Kyle Hall. And the 88 of Josh Ball. And Sam Green going to take a step. He'll move down to the bottom. He'll have help for the 34, Sean Bounty, 66. Of Storm Patterson, or John Garrett, excuse me, got my tongue twisted and flip side all around. The 9 of Adam Schroen, the biggest loser on that restart. He'd fallen like a rock on that high side. Sean Bounty going to move up to the second lane with the 66 car of John Garrett. But up front, Kyle Hall, Josh Ball. Sean Bounty trying to get that train moving. We'll have George Belfons Jr., 66 of John Garrett, stuck out behind him. $19 to go. 49 of 67 complete. Sean Bounty will lead the field. Cross the line. Good look at that bounty hunter machine as he'll lead them. To Sadusky, the 09 of Dave Matson, 90 of Kyle Hall, trying to get something working in the second lane. Sean Bounty moves up the racetrack. 66 of Garrett. And Belfons will jump out front. John Garrett's led 5 laps here tonight. Qualified 5th to start the night out. Got it down to 16 laps to go. Be able to work. Oh, look out. 2 cars down. Yellow flag is out. That might have been a 17 of JT Lardeville got involved. He's pointing in the wrong direction. See if we can get the 17 car on the frame. There we go. Oh, squeeze it down 3 wide. Oh, pamp attack. Ninth caution tonight, John Garrett, your leader. Green flag back in the air. 12 to go. John Garrett, your leader. Ten laps led tonight for John Garrett. George Belfons Jr. rides in that second spot. Third going to be Josh Ball. Fourth, right now, Matthew Kluscher, Zachary Kreiser rounds out your top five. And they're all single file through most of the field, all the way back to the 10th place of the 19 at Donald Sadusky. Kreiser steps outside. He'll move outside of that machine of Trestonot. Excuse me, Ott able to work underneath them. Kreiser will drop back in line. And we'll roll single file here for the moment. Kreiser looking to step out again. No help, he'll lose spot to the 25 and 34 cars. Caution out on the speedway, Matt Cherry. Oh, Cherry blows up simultaneously to trouble with the Zachary Kreiser machine. Oh, he comes down right in front of the 19 of Donald Sadusky. And the 909 of Dave Matson got a little piece of that. Pace car now going to pick up the field, middle of the back straightaway. Down to 10 laps remaining. John Garrett has led 12 laps here tonight. 8 laps to go. Lights off on the pace car. Pace car is off. John Garrett, George Belfons Jr. rolling up out front. 7 laps to go down the back straightaway. 15 of Tressenot going to step out to the outside, and caution out on the speedway. Corey Deal may be involved here. See if we can get. Oh, Adam Strong got down on that apron. Sean Bounty involved. Justin White. Sawyer Otta get a little bit of net code. 89 of Matt Quick involved. The 11th caution out. Garrett still your leader, 16 laps led tonight. Down to 6 to go. For John Garrett. Garrett Belfons Jr., Josh Ball, Tressenot, Brennan Kloosterhuis. 1 to go signal. John Garrett going to jump up to the outside. Down the back straightaway, we'll get a restart here with 3 to go, so it'll be a green-white checker in regulation. See if we can get it in here. John Garrett going up to that outside. We'll have George Belfons Jr. inside of row number 1. Inside row number 2, it'll be Josh Ball. Outside of him, it'll be Trestonot in the 15. Row number 3, Brendan the King Clusives. Brandon Papatat outside of row number 3. Waiting on Garrett to mash on the loud pedaling wheel. Green back in the air. John Garrett jumps out ahead of the field. He'll drop down in front of George Belfons Jr. Well, they're shucking and jiving behind the top 4 cars. Pampatat not a restart he wanted. Pampatat right now stuck back there in the 6th position as your top 2 pull away a little bit from Josh Ball. Ball going to try to close the gap. Top 3 now breaking away from the 15 of Trestonot. And George Belfons Jr. glued to the back deck lid with 3 to go for John Garrett. 19 laps led on the night. Qualified in that 5th position. The lowest he's been all night is 23rd. And currently your leader out of turn number 4. We'll see popsicle sticks from the flag stand. This time about to be 2 to go. For John Garrett Tyler, Texas native. Looking to pick up a win here at iRacing Superspeedway and punch a ticket to the playoffs here in the Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. Garrett works his way down the back straightaway. Dustin Franklin way up the racetrack. Back further in the field. Everybody stays clean and green. Franklin scored in that 15th spot. The 88 of Josh Ball, a little swirly there. Will work out of turn number 4. Garrett will lead George Belfons Jr. White flag in the air. We'll see who can make it back to that checkered flag. It's Garrett, Belfons Jr., Ball, Trestonot, Brandon Pampatat, the top 5. Ott steps up, but nobody going with him. Pampatat going to close the gap. Here comes Donald Sadusky. He's got a big run on the 15 of Trestonot. He'll jump up there and try to help, and they're wrecking behind him. Sean Bounty, the 89 of Matt Quick involved. Down the back straightaway, we stay under green flag conditions. George Belfons Jr.'s got it glued to the back bumper of John Garrett. And they break up just a little bit there. Out of turn number 4 for the final time. Belfons Jr. steps to the outside to the inside. Goes the 88 of Josh Ball. Wrecking is the 66 of George Belfons Jr. Takes the win. Oh, look out. Big crash on the front straightaway. And oh my goodness, John Garrett relegated back to a 5th place finish. No yellow line rule here. And we're going to have to back this one up and unpack this one. Out of turn number 4, Garrett was leading. Belfons Jr. jumps up to the outside. 88 of Josh Ball looks at the bottom. Garrett goes to block along with Dan Half. And Brendan Pampatat pirouetting across the line. George Belfons Jr. guarantee that. We'll take a look as George Belfons Jr. goes to celebrate. Let's get Brendan Pampatat up in the booth. Or in the waiting room. And then we'll move Josh Ball. Well, here we go. Let's get a talk here with Josh Ball. See if we can get 88 not on the screen, but we'll get him up here. Excuse me. Okay. Mine is wrong again, but we'll bring Dan Half. Dan Half actually finishes in that third spot. Welcome to the booth, the 32 of Dan Half. My timing and scoring is all messed up. What a crazy finish. Following the 88 of Josh Ball through there, making a move on that 66 of John Garrett. And crazy night comes to an end with a podium finish.
Yeah, it was definitely a wild night. I kind of went from the back to the front and then back to the back again and then back to the front. And then on that last lap coming through 3 and 4, I got a really good run on with Josh and saw him go down to the bottom. I tried to push him as hard as I could. I thought I was going to push him through, but I guess the contact was a little too much and I just kind of snuck through there with third.
Well, I tell you what, can't be disappointed with a podium finish here in the Iron Thunder Racing League. And hopefully maybe some of these guys can get a handle on these cars. I know the apron here tonight really played a factor in how low these cars are to the ground, and that being sealed off like they are really upsets those race cars.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a different feel than some of the other tracks, but I can't really be too upset with 2 Superspeedway races and 2 top 3, so I'll definitely take that. And really sorry about the wreck at the end. I was really hoping to push Josh to the win, but I'll take the third if I can.
All righty, man. Well, hopefully that momentum can keep rolling here as we close in on toward the end of the season a little more, and we'll turn left and right next week, man. Good luck.
Thank you, and looking forward to it.
All righty, the driver of the 32. Now we're going to bring up Brendan Pampatat. Joining me in the booth now, the driver of that Fort Worth screen printing 48 machine. And a real up and down night for you, man, but you were able to capitalize and bring her home in the runner-up spot. Maybe not in the position you wanted to. I believe you crossed the line backwards there as it got really hectic not too far from the start-finish line.
Yeah, I was so in the zone of, trying to get George to the win because I don't think I had enough momentum, and especially with no one behind me. And, I was on his bumper, and next thing you know, I got the wheel ripped out of my hands and I'm backwards. And, I also got word that I was P2. So I'll take the P2, especially crossing the line backwards or on my side or whatever happened. I have to go back and watch it. But up and down day, like you said, and I can't be more happy with a P2 after all that happened.
Yeah, we kind of fighting this new race car. Some have a lot of different opinions on what it is that causing all these cautions. But tonight, we really seen in previous racetracks when the car gets loose, the reaction trying to control it is a little more exaggerated than other cars that we're used to. And then here tonight, with no yellow line rule, and we see some cars kind of dipping down on that apron, especially in the turns. These cars are so low to the ground it gets that car upset, which is probably one of the reasons why we saw so many cautions tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I fell victim to that tonight. I was going into, I don't know if it was turn 3 or turn 2 or whatever it was, but I entered the turn and all of a sudden the rear end kicked out on me, and I didn't expect it. And the quickest movement gets this thing thrown around, and there was no saving it. And I feel bad for all the guys that got involved in that, but nothing you could do, like you said, with these new cars. They just once you lose it, you lose it, and that's about it.
Most
We're all
definitely.
yeah, we're all still definitely learning these, but no, once you get them down, they're fun. They're definitely much harder to drive than the Xfinity and trucks, but that's what you got to expect with the top tier guys, and this is where the best drivers are supposed to come out, and we've seen it. Guys are consistent, guys aren't, but it's all about that, just getting practice and stuff.
All righty, man. Well, congratulations on capping off an up and down night. On the upside here, and we'll take it back next week and turn these things left and right. Good luck, and look forward to seeing how the rest of the season plays out.
Yeah, definitely. I love Watkins Glen. It's the home track, so hopefully we could bring home a win there, and we'll capitalize on that and see what happens. I appreciate the broadcast. I appreciate it every week, and we're looking forward to it.
All righty, man. Have a good one.
You too.
All righty. We let him simmer and sit long enough. Joining
Yeah,
up
so
in the booth now, the driver of the 94 of George Belfons Jr., first-time winner, punching the ticket
Yes,
to the
sir.
playoffs. Congratulations,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's been a long time coming, that's for sure.
Definitely been a joy, man, just to watch you from the start here in the Iron Thunder Racing League and continuously to get better and better each week. And it's definitely been a blast, and finally see you kind of break through there and getting a win here in the Premier Series.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody earlier today, and it's, I can run good, but it takes a whole lot of luck because you can have a good strategy, you can have good lap times, but, if you get caught up in one thing, it just sets you back, and it's like one of the Coke drivers said a couple weeks ago, says if you're playing back with the squirrels, you're about to get hit by a nut or something like that. I don't know. But finally things went my way this time, and I was talking to Dan and saying we wanted to be in the back, like the first two stages. We wanted to just chill in the back, just roll, because we had myself, Brandon, and Dustin, but the cards just fell the right way, and I pushed Dustin to the stage 1 win and P2, and we just flip-flopped for the end. I'll take it.
Most definitely, man. I tell you what, it's going to be a little bit of weight off your shoulders now through the rest of the year. You kind of pad those points a little bit.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And we look forward to seeing what you can do, going out there pretty much with nothing to lose. I know you'll take care of your teammates along the way there, and we'll see some of them join you in the playoffs, man. But it's definitely been a blast here tonight. Definitely made an exciting finish, and we look forward to seeing what you can do down the road.
Hell yeah! We'll try to get Pamitat that Rookie of the Year. I know he's running for that, and Dustin needs to get himself a dub too. So we'll see what we can do. Try to mix it up a little bit,
All righty, man. We look forward to seeing you at Watkins Glen.
10-4. See you later, man. Thank you.
And that's going to wrap it up. George Belfons Jr., your first-time winner. The Count 200 from iRacing Superspeedway. Congratulations, George, once again. Brandon Papitat, Josh Ball, Daniel Half, John Garrett, the top 5. Kyle Hall, Donald Sadusky, Treston Ott, Raymond Rittenauer, Brendan Klusterhoos, the top 10. We're going to turn left. We're going to turn right. We're going to do it all from Watkins Glen next Tuesday night. Be sure to join us on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out. From iRacing Superspeedway. Good night, everybody.